All right, so everybody's talking about AI and making money these days, you know? Like
Yeah.
all those crazy claims you see about raking in like $50,000 a month, all thanks to artificial intelligence. Well, we're going to take a deep dive into one of those sources today.
Sounds intriguing.
It definitely grabs your attention. We've got an excerpt here from a guide. It's called AI Powered $50,000 in 30 Days, a how-to guide.
Yeah.
And, well, it's making some pretty big promises.
Yeah, those always catch my eye.
So we're going to break it down, see if there's anything to these promises,
Huh?
or if it's all smoke and mirrors.
Yeah, a critical eye is definitely needed with these kinds of claims.
For sure. That's why we're here. We'll unpack what this AI tool supposedly does, what the source leaves out, and
Yeah.
what you should really think about when you're looking into using AI to make money.
Like your guides through the AI jungle.
I like that. So this source, they start by talking about the problem they're trying to solve. And they paint a pretty negative picture of traditional ways to make money,
Yeah, they do.
like working a 9 to 5, starting a side hustle, investing in the stock market.
All dismissed as too time-consuming, too risky,
Mhm.
and offering pretty limited returns.
It's almost like they're saying, forget everything you know about earning a living. Because
Yeah.
there's this new, easier way. Like,
Okay.
I remember years ago falling for one of those online schemes. You know, like the ones that promise to turn $100 into $10,000 overnight.
Oh, yeah. I think we've all been there.
Yeah. Learned my lesson the hard way on that one.
It's easy to get caught up in the hype.
Oh.
But yeah, you always need that skepticism,
Mm.
especially when you see these big claims. And look, the source might have some valid points about traditional income. I mean, a lot of people struggle with those things. But it's really important to remember that AI isn't some magic solution.
Yeah, it's not a set it and forget it kind of thing. So let's get to the heart of their sales pitch. This AI tool that's supposed to be the key to financial freedom.
Right. So they claim that this platform can automate your income streams, provide these real-time insights for maximum earnings. And it's supposed to be super user-friendly, with the potential to scale your results like crazy.
Sounds pretty tempting.
It does.
But they're really vague on the specifics. Like, how does this tool actually work?
Yeah, it's very much a just trust the AI magic kind of thing.
Right.
But legitimate AI tools,
Yeah.
even for making money, they have a clear process. Like some tools use machine learning to analyze market trends
Yeah.
and then identify opportunities that could be profitable.
Interesting. So there are real-world applications for AI, but it's not just about pressing a button and watching the money roll in.
Yeah.
There's analysis and strategy and risk involved.
Exactly. And any legitimate tool is going to be upfront about those things,
Yeah.
not just hide behind these vague promises.
Good point. Now they break down their supposed $50,000 in 30 days journey, week by week. And it starts with setting up the tool, then seeing some small profits, then boom, massive scaling and passive income galore by week 4.
The classic hockey stick growth curve. You see it in every get-rich-quick scheme.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's where those alarm bells should be going off.
For sure.
Because remember, we're looking for substance here, not just flashy promises. So when you're reading through these kinds of claims, always ask yourself, okay, what specific actions did they take? What skills were needed? And what potential downsides or risks were there?
Those are the questions they don't want you to ask.
Right, because they're not going to tell you about the hard work. Or the learning curve, or the fact that things can go wrong.
Right.
And speaking of things they like to gloss over, let's talk about those glowing testimonials. They've got Sarah and Mike and Jasmine all singing the praises of this incredible AI tool. Debt paid off, savings doubled, dreams achieved.
A very inspiring montage waiting to happen.
Right. Except we know nothing about these people.
No last names, no way to verify their stories, no details about their journeys, just names and vague claims of success.
Huge red flag for me. I mean, it's one thing to share inspiring stories, but when they lack concrete details, and they seem too good to be true, well, it makes you wonder if they're even real.
Yeah, that's a common tactic. Trying to make these dubious claims sound credible. Sprinkle in some feel-good stories, whether they're real or made up, and suddenly the whole thing seems more believable.
It's a reminder to always look beyond the surface. Ask those critical questions like, are these testimonials even representative of the average user's experience? Is there any way to independently verify these claims?
Exactly. And it's not just the testimonials. It's that whole call to action at the end. Sign up now, limited time offer, don't miss out.
Right.
Classic pressure tactic,
Mhm.
designed to make you make an impulsive decision. instead of thinking rationally.
Yeah, they don't want you to worry about the details. They just want you to jump in.
Right.
But we all know that good decisions require careful consideration,
True.
not impulsive reactions.
Exactly.
So before you click that sign up button, pause, ask yourself, what information am I missing? What are the potential downsides? And what are other users saying outside of these cherry-picked testimonials?
Great questions.
We're going to take a quick pause here, but when we come back, we'll dive even deeper into the world of AI and income generation and explore both the legitimate opportunities and the potential traps out there. Stay with us.
Welcome back. So before the break, we were really tearing into that AI-powered $50,000 in 30 days guide.
Yeah.
And I think it's safe to say we found some red flags.
Yeah, for sure. But it's important to remember that AI itself isn't the bad guy here. AI can be a really powerful tool when it's applied the right way.
Exactly.
It's all about understanding how it works and being able to separate the hype from reality.
For sure.
So I think now is a good time to shift gears a little and look at some of the ways that AI is actually proving to be helpful for making money. I mean, are there any real-world examples of this?
Oh, absolutely. One area where we're seeing a lot of success is in content creation.
Yeah.
AI tools can help with things like writing articles or creating social media posts, even crafting video scripts.
Wow.
And this can save content creators a ton of time and effort.
So it's like having a super efficient assistant. But doesn't this also raise concerns about AI replacing human creativity?
That's a valid point.
Yeah.
The reality is that these tools are more like partners in the creative process.
Yeah.
They can have the technical stuff, which frees up human creators to focus on the strategy or the storytelling and just adding that human touch that AI can't replicate.
Makes sense. So it's about using AI strengths, but still valuing human creativity and expertise.
Exactly.
So what other areas are showing promise?
Oh, e-commerce is another big one.
Mm-hmm.
AI-powered tools can personalize product recommendations, optimize pricing strategies, and even automate customer service.
It's kind of freaky how AI seems to know what you want, even before you do. Like, I was looking for a new coffee maker the other day, and suddenly I was seeing ads for coffee makers everywhere I went online.
That's AI in action. It's analyzing your browsing history, figuring out what you're interested in, and then serving you up those targeted ads.
Wow.
And it goes beyond just ads. AI can help businesses analyze customer data to predict trends, manage inventory, and just make better decisions overall.
So it's not just about automating tasks, it's also about gaining a deeper understanding of your customers and the market.
Exactly. And then there's the world of investing and trading, where some AI platforms claim to be able to predict future market performance.
Okay, now this is where I get a little skeptical.
I hear you.
Because isn't predicting the stock market notoriously difficult, even with AI?
You're right to be cautious. AI can analyze huge amounts of data and spot patterns that humans might miss. But markets are influenced by so many factors, and a lot of them are completely unpredictable.
So it's not a surefire way to get rich?
Definitely not.
Yeah.
Some people are using AI tools and getting good results. But you always got to approach this with a healthy dose of skepticism, because past performance is never a guarantee of future success. And there's always risk involved with any investment.
Right. So no matter how advanced the technology is, you still need sound investment principles and good risk management.
Absolutely.
Okay. So we've seen some areas where AI is really proving its worth. But what about the potential downsides?
Well, one concern is job displacement. As AI gets more sophisticated, it's going to be able to automate tasks that humans used to do. And this could lead to job losses in certain sectors.
It's like that fear that robots are going to take over the world.
Yeah.
But realistically, how should we be thinking about this shift?
I think it's important to see AI as a tool that can enhance what humans can do, not necessarily replace them entirely. The key is to adapt and learn as these technologies advance.
So instead of fearing job losses, we should be focusing on learning new skills and figuring out how to work alongside AI,
Exactly.
using it to make us better at what we do.
It's all about collaboration, not competition. We can use AI to free ourselves from those boring, repetitive tasks and focus on the work that requires creativity and strategy.
That's a much more optimistic way to look at it.
It is. So we've looked at the positive and the potentially challenging aspects of AI. Now let's go back to that claim of rapid financial success and see how it holds up against reality.
Okay, so remember how that AI-powered $50,000 in 30 days guide broke things down week by week, showing that super fast growth curve? It all seems so simple and easy, but is it realistic?
That's the big question. I mean, it's not impossible to make a lot of money in a short amount of time, but those are usually the exceptions, not the rule. There's almost always a lot more to the story.
So what should people be looking for when they see these kinds of claims?
Transparency is key. Legitimate businesses and tools are upfront about how they work and the risks involved. If something sounds too good to be true, it probably is.
Right. There are no shortcuts to real success.
Exactly.
Building a business or investment strategy takes time and effort.
And a willingness to keep learning.
So as we wrap up this part of our deep dive, what are some key takeaways for our listeners?
Well, be skeptical, especially when it comes to promises of easy money. Do your research, understand how the technology works, and be aware of the risks involved.
Great advice. We'll be back after a quick break to talk about some practical steps for navigating the world of AI and making money. Stay with us.
Welcome back to the Deep Dive, you guys. We've been talking about AI and making money, and I think we've uncovered some pretty important things to think about.
Yeah, definitely. We've busted some myths, highlighted some real-world uses, and I think most importantly, we've really stressed how crucial it is to think critically about all of this.
Right. Remember that AI-powered $50,000 in 30 days guide we started with? All those promises, but not a lot of substance behind them.
A perfect example of hype over reality.
Exactly. But I think we've also shown that AI can be really useful when it's used responsibly and strategically.
Absolutely.
So let's wrap this up. What are the most important things for our listeners to remember?
Be informed. Be careful. Do your research. Don't just jump into anything without understanding what you're getting into.
It's like buying a car, right? You wouldn't just hand over your money without test driving it, reading reviews, making sure you could afford the upkeep. Exactly. Same goes for AI tools and platforms, especially when it comes to your money.
And remember, there are no shortcuts to success.
Right.
Whether you're using AI or any other method, building a real income stream takes work.
It takes strategy
Yeah,
and a willingness to keep learning and adapting.
I think that's a great point. It's so important to stay curious, keep learning, because the world of AI is changing so fast.
It really is.
What's cutting edge today might be old news tomorrow.
Exactly.
So, for our listeners who are ready to try out AI, what advice would you give them? Where's a good place to start?
Well, I think a good place to start is to think about a specific problem you're trying to solve. Like, let's say you're a content creator and you're struggling with the writer's block. Look into AI tools that can help you generate ideas or write content.
Or maybe you run an online store and you want to personalize the experience for your customers. You could check out AI chatbots that can answer questions and make recommendations so you can narrow down your options and find the tools that are actually going to be useful for you.
Makes sense.
And always remember, AI is a tool, not a magic bullet.
Exactly.
It can help you work smarter, but it's not a replacement for human creativity and hard work.
Absolutely.
So as we wrap up Deep Dive today, I want to leave you with this. The future of AI and making money is full of potential, both exciting and unknown.
That's true.
Approach it with curiosity, a healthy dose of skepticism, and be ready to learn and adapt.
I like that.
Who knows what amazing opportunities are out there waiting to be discovered?
And keep the conversation going. Share your experiences, ask questions. Let's all learn from each other.
Absolutely. Thanks for joining us on the Deep Dive, and we'll see you next time.